Have you ever wondered where to move in San Luis Obispo? Today, we're going to break down the top 3 neighborhoods.
Yes, we're excited to do it. Also, side note, if you do hear any background noise, we have a sign getting installed on our building. So if you hear some of that, you got to deal with it like we do. It's going to be a few hours, so we decided to film. Anyway, my name is PaulSwack. I'm a real estate broker here in San Luis Obispo, and this is Megan Smith.
Hello.
So like she said, we're going to break down the top 3 neighborhoods in San Luis on where to live, and why don't you start with number 1?
Alrighty. So number 1 is probably the most popular in San Luis Obispo. It is downtown San Luis Obispo.
Right.
It is such a wonderful neighborhood. The homes are amazing. They're kind of Victorian homes, a lot of them. You're really close to the downtown. You're close to local parks. The neighborhood, like the neighbors in the area are all pretty...
They've been there a long time, right? I mean, you've got a neighborhood there that really gives you a sense of like a hometown feel in a way. Mm-hmm. And you've got that old feeling there, which is nice. There's a lot of people that are walking around town. You got all the restaurants, you've got shopping. It's just kind of a cool feel. Like whenever people think of living in San Luis Obispo, I think a lot of that is the heart of San Luis Obispo, kind of downtown. Mm-hmm. I would just say it's kind of hard to beat. Agreed.
And it's nice because you get kind of the mix of the downtown scene with some events, live music, farmers market, but then you also have, like you're saying, the neighborhood feel with more parks and a little more residential. So you can choose, whether to go in, stay home. It's a kind of a good mix of both worlds.
Yep. So I'd definitely say it's number 1.
Yeah.
As we're working with clients, a lot of times people that do want to live in San Luis Obispo, that's usually where we start, mm-hmm. where people want to be. You're a little bit away from Cal Poly. Mm-hmm. You're a little bit away from the next one we're going to go into. Mm-hmm. So it is more of like the actual heart of downtown.
Yes.
Okay, let's go to number 2.
Okay, number 2.
Number 2 is a community called Laguna Lake. And it's on the west side of the 101 freeway, which Laguna Lake is, a nice lake, a lot of surrounding homes. Price point is typically a little bit better than downtown San Luis Obispo, but you get a little bit more of a home most of the time than you will in downtown. Mm-hmm. Just a safe community. Mm-hmm. People love it. I think, again, you're living in the San Luis Obispo city limits, but yet you're a little bit farther away.
Yeah, definitely. So, it seems like you're not in the more of the city of San Luis Obispo.
Right, yeah. Exactly.
And it's maybe a little more tailored to people that love the outdoors, have pets, a little more outdoorsy rather than city.
Close to some really cool hiking trails. Mm-hmm. It's pretty easy to get on and off the freeway and getting to jobs and things like that. Laguna Lake area is really convenient.
Yeah.
I would say overall, as far as real estate goes with our clients too, we're constantly in that neighborhood and showing homes and selling houses in that neighborhood, and people really love it. Mm-hmm. I think that's one of the things that determines these stats for us and just in general is how much time we spend with people that are wanting to live in San Luis Obispo and where they're wanting to look at houses. Mm-hmm. So, okay.
So for our last but not least is the Monterey Heights. It's more family friendly, a little more quiet. It's closer to Cal Poly, so that is something to know with moving there. I wouldn't say it's necessarily any busier or louder because of being closer to Cal Poly, but if there's events or games, who knows if you can hear that depending on where you are.
Yeah, but just great views. Mm-hmm. Little bit more secluded out of downtown as well. But definitely, another spot that we would just recommend taking a look at if you're looking to move to the area. Mm-hmm. And then we did have kind of a number 4 that ties into something we just didn't feel like we could leave out. It's not necessarily in San Luis Obispo city limits, but it's something that we hear all the time. Yeah. Right? And so where's that?
Edna.
So Edna Valley is, kind of wine country, right outside of the city limits, out towards the airport as you're heading towards Arroyo Grande. But, just really hard to beat. Not a ton of houses available. You're getting a little bit more property. Yeah, more expensive. Mm-hmm. But for people that are looking for, living in San Luis Obispo, but don't want a neighbor or don't want to be on top of each other, a lot of times that's hard to find in the downtown area. And so getting under the outskirts of that, you know, Edna Valley seems to be kind of the place that people want to go.
Yeah.
I totally agree.
Yes.
You know, I think it's beautiful. I think it's one of the more like pretty places that we have in the whole county.
Totally agree.
Weather is great, you know, and then if you do drink wine and stuff like that, there's tons of places to go. And again, you're not far from getting to the freeway or, you know, whatever you're looking to do to get downtown. It's literally 5 or 7 minutes.
I know. And then you're very close to Arroyo Grande, the backside of Arroyo Grande, then into Pismo, where, you know, you're 10, 15 minutes to really all of it. So it's a really centrally located. It's kind of coveted. Not a lot of people move or buy there, but it is. It's a very beautiful place.
That's it. That's our top 3 neighborhoods. If you have any questions, please reach out to us. We look forward to talking to you soon.
Bye, guys.